What's up, YouTube? I'm playing the weekly classical arena 5 hour tournament. I'm not gonna play the full 5 hours because I got stuff to do later, but yeah, I'm just trying to play more classical time controls. Okay, I like this variation. Let's see if he plays bishop here. I might get a nice quick win. I feel pretty confident in these lines. Last time I played this over the board, it was against the 2200, and I got a nice win. Okay, here we go. So queen moves are bad. Okay, so he's doing this right away. I think I'll take with the queen. I could take with the pawn or the queen. Probably he's gonna play queen takes. If he plays here, I'm slightly less confident, but I definitely get compensation for the pawn. Okay, so he's going for this. So this looks bad for white right here. Pawn down, and your pawns are terrible. But the important thing is both your bishops are open, and black's king is in the center. So this is a pretty good start to the tournament. I don't want to jinx myself, but the most common is he checks on c2. I move my king to d1, then I check, and we win each other's rooks. Um, Rook c8 is also a move. Okay, but he doesn't play that. So we win each other's rooks, but I'm going to be able to extract my knight, ideally with best play, and he's not. Okay, so he's going right away to try to get me. I don't think that's a good move though, because I can play bishop f4, stop him from attacking me. If he plays b6, um, I always have bishop to a6. If he plays b4, well, regardless, I'm going to extract my knight. So I think I may already be winning here. Yeah, king c1 is very suspicious. I'm just going to move my bishop somewhere, probably check him. Okay, so I see what he's up to. But the only problem is, yeah, this is just losing now. Because I'm checking with the bishop. If he could play e5, he'd be doing okay, but I'm not going to give him a chance to play e5. So I'm going to play bishop h3. You see, even though I'm a pawn down and my pawns are crap, I have a huge lead development now. And yeah, he's not going to be able to win my knight, but I'm going to win his knight. So this is like the dream scenario for this line. Yeah, this is already very, very bad. Yeah. I could move my bishop somewhere, but I think I'm just going to play king d2 and then win the knight. All his kingside pieces are in total disarray. And my bishop in h3 is still doing well. So anyway, there's not too much to talk about. I just, yeah, I don't see too much to fear. Only question is king d2 or king c1. But king c1 is very time consuming. King c1, king b1, and then takes. Put my king in the corner, nah. The only thing is that he's going to get e5 and then bishop to b4 with tempo. But then I can just come up here, and regardless, he still has nowhere to move his knight. I mean, okay, now that I'm thinking, see, yeah, these slow games are nice because I can actually think, and I even have more time than I started until now. So, bishop d3, excuse me, bishop e6 just might be like a crush, because yeah, look at this poor guy. I think bishop e6 is just crushing all his dreams, just not letting him develop. One important thing that I forgot who originally told me, but your own development is important, but also stifling your opponent's development. So even if I'm wasting one tempo, but I'm stopping him, uh, and it's not really a waste of a tempo because it's a good square for the bishop, but he's just gonna have a horrible time getting his pieces developed. Um, I mean, he could. I don't know. I don't know. We have to think about that. Okay, bishop here, g5, bishop here. Um, okay, bishop e6. g5, bishop e3, bishop g7, king to d2. Here, yeah, I really like this move. I think I'm going to play it. Yeah, he's getting bishop g7, and he may take this pawn, but he's not winning the. Yeah, so bishop e6. Let's just look at it real concrete, real fast. Bishop e6, g5, bishop e3, bishop g7. Wait, bishop e6, g5 here, bishop g7, king d2. If f4, I just take, and if he takes, rook to b1, winning this pawn. Yeah, so I really like this move. So yeah, in a blitz game, I probably would have just played king d2. I got a big advantage. But when I have time, I can find a move like this, and I think I have even more of an advantage here. Okay, as expected. The only thing I kind of didn't calculate is, oh yeah, he can't even go to either of these squares. I don't need the bishop covering this, the knight still covers it. So yeah, this is pretty bad for him. I assume bishop g7, king d2, f5 takes, and he's just a piece down with bad development. Okay, this move I didn't expect, but I don't really see either way. He's not coming over here, and he has no development. So oh, there's even cute ideas in this position. I don't have to play king d2. I can even play king d2. I can even play king e2. And if he tries to extract the knight, he's actually getting checkmated. So that'd be yeah. Now I think king e2 is even better than king d2. Yeah, king e2 just looks really good. The idea is king e2, knight c2, rook d1 check, king to back to the home square, and then knight c2 is mate. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it like this. This is maybe one of my most crushing games of all time. Okay, so now it's forced mate. He can interpose with the knight. Oh yeah, this is great. Look at this. Woo! That is a good way to start. 20 move miniature. Ah, really nice. That may have been my most perfect game of all time. So that's a good way to start. Oh, okay, this guy's berserking me, so we're not gonna get triggered. We're not gonna so I'm white again for some reason, but I'll take it. So we're not gonna get big ego and berserk him back. Okay, so already this is a mistake. He's supposed to play d5. Now I just have a nice center, nice space advantage. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not super confident in these type of positions. All right, this is a further mistake, I think. Yeah, so this guy shouldn't have berserked me. Should have known better. Yeah, after e5, what are you doing? After e5, he has to go back, and yeah, I don't see any reason not to play e5. Okay, maybe he's just trolling. He's like, okay, I'm gonna get d6 in. I'm gonna break up your center. So you know there's a lot of possibilities. I can play f4, I can play knight f3. I'm always nervous playing f4 in these lines because unlike in the classical Sicilian, you're probably not going to castle queenside, and with f4 I'm exposing my king. I don't see any reason not to play knight f3. Yeah, so another thing about Berserk, he loses his 10-second increment, whereas I still have my 10-second increment, which even if I burn through all my time and get to an endgame where we have equal time, I'm going to have extra 10 seconds per move, and he's not, so that's going to be, yeah. I think knight f3 makes a lot of sense. He's going to play d6 most likely, and then I have to debate with, excuse me, whether I'm going to check him with the bishop or what. See, he wasted a lot of time. I have a lead in development and I have space, but still I'm just not so confident in these type of positions. I don't know why. Yeah, d6. So to play bishop f4, h6 seems just a little timid, but excuse me, h3. I'm dyslexiaing a lot today. So h3. h3, if he takes, I have to get an isolated pawn. I'm not going to take with a pawn and trade queens and go into endgame. h3. I feel like I shouldn't have to play h3. But it is nice in these type of positions to restrict this bishop. But it's not that restricted in this case. It could always go here. Bishop f4 is a move. If with bishop f4, I'm not going to be so afraid to trade queens. I don't know, bishop f4 seems like the most principled. Just develop more pieces. All the cats here. But bishop f4, bishop g4. That's no big deal, I just kick it. Okay. I feel like this move is good, so I'm not going to overthink it too much. It's a tricky situation when someone berserks or when someone's giving you time. You kind of want to play faster than usual, but you don't want to, okay, I had a feeling he might play this. But, maybe now ED. Not erectile dysfunction, but, pawn on E5 takes D6. And then he's going to have a bad pawn. We both have isolated pawns. I don't know. He's going to push D5 eventually. Maybe this is, yeah. And if queen D2, he's coming into here. Or is he? I don't know. In that case, G5 might just be very, very good. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Knight back here. Oh wait, no, that's not possible. Because I'll be hitting his bishop. So, okay. Queen D2. If knight F5, G4. Looks very good. And if pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes. Yeah, so maybe queen d2 and g4 is not working. Could also just play bishop b5 and then castle. Yeah, this is suspicious. I don't think I have to go for any tricks to try to trap the knight. See, I feel like I used to always be like, oh, this is bad. How do I win the knight? How do I win the knight? But I don't know. When I look at stuff in the engine or analyze with strong players, they don't think in the same way. Obviously, in some positions you could try to trap a piece, but here I think, yeah, here, knight here is impossible because I can pin and win, I believe. Knight d7 just looks really bad. So bishop d7, and then I think I can just maybe just win a pawn. Yeah, this move's got to be good. Yeah, still very pleased about my first game. That was really nice. Okay. Another thing about this knight here, it restricts the bishop. It can't move. assume if pawn takes, he's just going to castle. But then I'll castle. If pawn takes, bishop takes. Knight takes, queen check. I do have to go back. But still I'm a pawn up. Castling is less good because then he can take my pawn first. And then castle. I have to take this. Yeah. So now I'm happy with my bishop f4 decision. H3 would have, yeah, he's not able to pin. Well, now he can pin me if he really wants to lose more time coming back. Which actually might not be the worst move in the world, to come back. But I kind of have to castle here, I think. So maybe this is not as bad as all that for him. But I don't know. Somehow that just doesn't look right. Castle, bishop g4. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Right, I'm going to castle. And obviously this is good for white. Very quiet and peaceful in my room. It's a nice overcast day. You gotta appreciate those in Florida. Got Samson hanging out here. Okay, so he just takes it. If bishop takes maybe. I take his rook, he takes my rook. I don't know about that. Looks like I'm just a pawn up. Okay. Rook e1. No. I do have to worry about this loose bishop. Maybe. Rook e1. I don't know. I'm leaning towards bishop e5. This is the first move I'm kind of unsure about. There might have been like a more punishing way to play. But, you know, whatever, I'm a pawn up. It's true, it's an isolated pawn. I always get nervous about those, and I'm going to lose it somehow. Let's pre-move this. Okay, so he just takes. Now his king is very weak. Get rid of my isolated pawn. Nice strong e-pawn. Knight c6, I'm assuming, is coming. This knight is also vulnerable. But yeah, whatever, I'm just a nice clean pawn up. Okay, so he's trading more pieces. This is suspicious. Okay, hitting here. Unfortunately, I don't have this square. Yeah, knight d6 is cute, but I don't think it does anything. He just plays rook here, adding more pressure. I don't know, rook e1 is very natural. I mean, trading queens is kind of natural because I'm a pawn up, but I'm aiding his development. And he doesn't really have a good square for his queen, so I think better is to play rook e1. So he's closing the time gap. However, I still get 10 seconds per move and he doesn't. So far so good. Kind of missed knight g4. Okay, so this just is unacceptable. He's losing more time. Yeah, I think knight b to d4 is good. Asking this knight what his plans are. Yeah, I'm leaning towards knight b d4. Trading queens and knight d6 looks okay, but after rook e7 I don't see anything. Maybe trade queens, knight d6, rook e7, or rook e6, and then knight e4, with the idea to come in here. Well, yeah, no, knight here I can just take. So, all right, queen takes queen. Assume rook a takes, knight d6. Rook e7, knight to e4, and if knight takes pawn, rook takes pawn, check, I'll win the exchange. And if not, well, maybe king g7, and yeah, so I'm not so sure about that. Knight b to d4. Could just move the knight, but then I push the pawn. I think I'm going to play knight b to d4. Oh, I have to be careful. Okay, rook takes. Yeah, rook takes. Yeah, that's good. And if knight takes, yeah. I'm just got to make sure there's no tricks. Knight takes, queen takes here. And knight takes. Maybe queen moves to c7, adding more pressure to this, and then he's going to try to pin my knight. So now I'm thinking queen takes again. Queen takes queen. Rook takes here. I'm going to play queen takes queen. I'm trading queens, and there's also after rook a takes knight here. Oh yeah, I think that's better than knight d6. Rook a takes knight c7, hitting here, and then if rook e7, then I'm getting knight d4 with tempo. Although it's true he's doubling on the d file, but if I get my knight in here, yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, now he's going into the tank, the think tank, which is good because every second that ticks off, he's never getting back. Whereas when there's increments, you do have the potential to get time back. Okay. So knight d6 or knight c7. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I thought knight c7, knight d4, the rook is on the d file. So that was just a hallucination. So yeah, maybe my idea was kind of suspect. Or sus, as the kids say. Here, king g7. Yeah. Okay, knight d6, rook e7. Knight c4, b5, knight back to d6. Starting to get a little fishy. I may just have to go back to c3, which is not what I wanted, but... And then this move might be annoying. So I may just screw it up here, guys. Well, I'm going to do this. And after rook e7, maybe I'll go a4. Although, is he already threatening to win a pawn? Yeah, maybe he is. So I may have to go knight e4. And after king g7, already knight f6 I think loses. I mean, not loses, but yeah. So maybe that was bad. But he's not threatening anything yet. Maybe rook a d1. Or even h3. Can I get away with h3? Knight here stops the other rook from coming. So anyway, I gotta play faster before I eat my whole shirt. I mean, he is threatening knight takes pawn, right? Yeah, he is. h3, knight takes pawn. Knight takes. Wait a minute. Yeah, he is. Knight takes, rook takes here. So yeah, I've already kind of screwed this up a little bit. Okay, so I may have to play rook a d8. I mean, excuse me, rook a d1. I just got to do this. Maybe rook here next. I think I'm still fine. Well, I may have cute tricks with knight takes f7 next. And if rook takes rook, knight takes knight. Yeah, that looks pretty cute. Oh, wait, no, what am I talking about? You can just play king takes, the knight defends. Okay. Alright. Yeah, there's that. It's getting a little sus. Yeah, maybe just be going to equal endgame here. Maybe I should just make left for my king and accept that I screwed some stuff up here. Yeah, maybe time to do that. This move. Oh, this move is kind of cutesy, but not really. Just rook takes here. Rook takes. Yeah, now there's a bunch of pieces. Could also just play pawn takes, but I'll take the free piece. Takes it. I have nothing. So I think I messed up, and now it's equal. Yeah, this will be an interesting one to look at. Had a beautiful opening and then just made some bad middle digging decisions, and now I'm not winning anymore. So it happens. And I would love to get to the point where it happens a lot less to me. Maybe after knight takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, check. Okay. That I think is wrong. Oh, wait, maybe it's there's none of this. I don't know what. Yeah. Yeah, he's being ambitious. He's just trying to win the knight outright. And in all my talk of equality, I might have just allowed him to do that. Yeah, this is really bad, really bad. Can't move the knight. This knight is pins, and once this is gone, it's just going to be hit twice, and nothing I can do about it. So, yeah. Okay. Ideas here, and the knight back here. I'm just need to move fast now. Kind of in emergency panic mode. But I still probably have a tiny advantage because he has an isolated pawn. And I don't. I'm not losing a piece as far as I know. And I still have a time edge. No plastic. No plastic. Don't let your children, especially little boys, chew on plastic. You know how many pens I chewed through when I was a kid? It's very bad for hormones, especially male hormones. So just yeah, don't let your little boys chew on plastic. Yeah, I thought he might do this, but I think this is still a little better for me. Yeah, I should move pretty quick. I don't see anything to take. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is fine. Now I'm going to go into a slightly better knight endgame, where he has an isolated pawn and I don't. I mean, he could keep one pair of rooks on, but then I think I'm just going to have a much better position. Going to some violin concerto tonight at I shouldn't say my friends, like my acquaintance in his yard. So yeah, this is just good. This is an isolated pawn. I can put my knight on the e4 square where it can't be assailed. Just bring my king in. Oops. So yeah, I think top priority is to bring my king in. Could play king f1 or I could play f3. Either way takes time, so I think king f1. Just keep these pawns more flexible. I may have to play, maybe I should have played f3 because I'm probably going to have to play f3 anyway. Okay, if I go king e2 now, he's going to play knight here. Let's go here. If he plays knight here, I can win one of his pawns. But I still don't think king f1 was that bad. I can continue continue king e1 instead of king e2 or king e2, and this check might not be so meaningful. And yeah, the guy's almost getting into bullet mode now, so that's a good sign. I think I'm going to play one more game after this, and then I'm going to take a break. I have to pace myself. I'm not going to play a million games in a row. So, is there a big problem if he goes here? I don't see it. So, king d3, king c4. Okay, he's not going to let me do that. Okay, but now he's just losing a pawn. And yeah, my knight's not getting trapped by any means. Excuse me. So I'm giving him a lot of king activity, but I don't see how he's gonna target these guys. Not to mention this is very weak. Okay. Okay, so king d3 is a problem now, or is it? Yeah. What am I talking about? I was hallucinating. He could go here. That's not possible. King d3 or king d2? Kind of like king d2 because he's not getting this check with tempo. I'm going to go here. Okay, now I think I'm going to try to swing my knight around. My king should have these guys covered. I'm not going to bother to try to win this. I don't see how I'm pulling it off. Knight here, king up, yeah. This looks good. Bring my knight over here. This is my extra pawn, but I don't think I'm going to be pushing that anytime soon. If I could win one on this side as well. Okay, so if I let him take and take, he's going to get this check. And I'm not too enthused about that, so I'm going to make just a quick decision to do this. And then knight h6. Knight h6 is going to be hard for him to defend this. I like my king kind of, it's like a bowling pin right in the middle of everything. It can go to either side as need be. Okay, so that's a good move. He's stopping me from knight h6. And I assume he's going knight h4 next, forcing g3. But I don't see that that's a big deal. And the guy has very little time. Keeping the king out of here. If he comes up, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Okay. Oh, no, 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 don't offer me a draw. That's just insulting, bro. If he pushes and I take, then he takes this one. I don't like that. But either way, he can come here. Oh, but if he comes here and then goes back, yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Alright, relax, bro. He's the one with the time issues, not you. Maybe just king e2? See what he decides to do. King e2 if check here, and then he goes back. He's already in trouble. I'm going to play king e2. I'm not 100% certain about this, but... Okay, reasonable. Threatening here. And maybe now I'll bring my knight back to this side, since now my king is more on the king side. Okay. Okay, maybe he's just going to try to go back and forth. I'll let him do that one time, because I gain time when he does that, and he doesn't gain time when I do that. Okay. Check. No. Okay, okay. Idea is after here, here. b4. Liquidate all the pawns. That would be bad. If a3 here, b3. He has his check. Okay. Okay, so I'm no longer going to be a pawn. Oh, This is the second time this happened this game. Okay, so now, of course, I'm not actually winning anymore, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to try to win. And the guy has no time. If he goes here, he loses a pawn. Okay. Here, here, here. Yeah, safest to just go back. And I should be able to win this on time. It's a little cheap, but you know, whatever. No one made the guy berserk. Okay, now check takes. There. Well, he has 17 seconds. Hmm. Just got to make sure there's no crazy breakthroughs. But I think he can force a draw now. That's unfortunate. Yeah, he may be able to draw just in time, so I won't get the fire. That's very sad. Yeah, he can just gonna liquidate. Here, here's actually risking losing, so. Ah, man, with 6 seconds. Very sad, but good game, learning experience. Okay, one more game. Tempted to take a break now, but I said 3, so I gotta play 3. I'll stretch my legs a little. Yeah, that was very disappointing. Very disappointing. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Get some water. Ooh, I heard the berserk sound. Okay, we got another berserker. This guy's only 1700. Very tempting to berserk him. Let's do it. It's not about ego. It's just I'm kind of tired. I want to play this game quickly. Not too much risk against 1700. Hopefully. Yeah, not too strong. Although I think all his ratings are provisional, so who knows. Paul is beautiful. 0. Oh no, Paulisa. Beautiful Paulisa. Alright, Paul, you berserked and now you're not playing. Interesting. Yeah, that last game would be good to look at. Well, I think I'm going to send that first game to James Canty. He's like a C3 Sicilian aficionado. I think he'll get a kick out of it. Maybe I'll do that right now while I'm waiting for oh yeah, that one was so nice. Normally I wouldn't suggest to multitask while you're playing, but if it's the first move and your opponent hasn't played at all, you know, what are you going to do? As you can see, my computer is very, very slow, so who knows, maybe this guy actually moved, and it's my computer's fault. Alright, I'm going to pause the video. If this second opponent doesn't play, then I'm just going to post this as is. I think instead of posting a super long tournament, you know, someone might be willing to watch like 4 hours of John Bartholomew or a GM or something, but I don't think anyone's going to really want to watch 4 hours of amateur play, but that first game alone is really worth watching. So I'm going to end this, and then I don't think I'm going to post this last game because it probably won't be too high quality. Guys, 1700 and not even here. So I'm going to just post this, and I'm going to take a little break, get some stuff done, and then come back. I think I'll play 2 or 3 games, take a break, 2 or 3 games. It's too bad I didn't get the fire with that draw, but it is what it is.